Hello my friends, Boomy here once again with another video for you, my swtor brothers and sisters. How's everyone doing today in a galaxy far, far, far? Oh, does it look a bit dirty? Oh wait, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for all your swtor fun, news, sometimes guides, and updates right here, right now. My friends, 7.7 is supposedly around the corner. It could be. We don't know. We don't have a we don't have a date yet for 7.7. But what we do know is that the PTS has shut down. It is closed for business as of right now. No. The game hasn't shut down. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It hasn't. But the PTS form for 7.7 has shut down. And what did we get with this one? We got the dynamic encounters that are going on the starter planets and stuff like that. We have new character modernization updates as well. We're going to get into the list, but there still were some issues going on with the character modernization. The chiss from waist up looked pretty good, but downstairs it looked really dirty. You take that however you want to. But yes, let's get into what the forum had to say, and then we'll discuss. Jackie Cow comes on and says, "Hello, my friends. Many improvements and bug fixes for dynamic encounters, and we encourage players to check them out again." Now, this is as of the 14th of May. All difficulties. Prey Seeker cooldown increased by 25 seconds to 45 seconds. Prepare for Harvest. Cast time reduced from 1 second to 0.5 seconds. And this is for the Relentless Replication encounter. For the master mode for this, your general is the issue where players targeted by the collection droid could then be targeted by a prey seeker should be resolved. The flurry part of it, damage has been increased by 5%. Hungering Bite, damage increased by 10%. Prepare for the Harvest. There is a bug where this was being cast for less than intended. This bug has been resolved. And the damage for this has been increased by a freaking whopping 66%. The Prey Seeker part of this, the HP reduced from 574,000 to 388,000. Now, when it comes to character modernization, which is what I would argue most people in Star Wars: The Old Republic actually care about outside of story right now, is thus. Further chiss head texture improvements have come. Fix some chiss heads having incorrect inner eyelid color, which the more if you think about that, the more kind of really creepy that sounds. Body texture improvements for human, cyborg, Imperial Republic, Zabrak, Chiss, Mariluka, Marilan, and Torgruda, most notable on non-human skin colors. And the changes planned for game update 7.7 that are not present on the PTS, or they weren't, is the Rataki neck seam fixes and head definition changes with a focus on subtly softening some facial features such as mouths, brows, cheekbones, eye sockets, and necks. These are some of the known issues, my friends, that are coming our way that they already know about it. Some human, cyborg, and Imperial Republic, Zabrak, Chiss, Mariluka, and Marilan, and Torgruda companions may display a neckline seam. They just can't seem to get away from that seam. Rataki, Sith Pureblood, Twi'lek, Cathar, and Nautolan players and companions will display a neckline seam. Apparently, they just can't universally just get rid of the damn thing. Certain complexion settings may display odd shadowing. Minor shadowing line under jaw. And combat updates as well. The change penetrating blast for marksmanship sniper to have 6 damage ticks up from 5. They also changed the penetrating rounds for sharpshooter gunslinger to have 6 damage ticks. This is also up from 5. She says, "Please continue to use the pin threads to supply your feedback," and we can go there, and it'd be fun times had by all. And Jackie also said in conclusion that they are taking down a PTS, saying, "Thank you for submitting your feedback in the threads. We will let you all know in the near future when you can expect game update 7.7 to be released." Well, there you have it. It's nothing giant, it's nothing big, but they are making improvements to character modernization, and we want that to continue to happen. However, it does kind of seem like they're doing... I don't think anyone really had an issue with the environment getting the update. I don't think... No one had that issue. I think the environments look freaking great. I love that. I think they bit... They bit more than they could freaking chew when it came to the character modernization plus the environmental stuff. Whoever had the idea that saying, "Hey, you know what? We should do character modernization alongside all this stuff." they should just become a janitor, because that was a horrible idea. There's not enough people on the team to juggle all these things. And what they're doing is they're having to backpedal, and they're having to work extra hard on these things, that by doing these character modernizations on such an old engine, they're ending up breaking things. But I'm glad they're testing things at the same time. They're putting it on the PTS for people to get in and test. It's nice to have fresh eyes on things. Now, listen, I'm still a believer that I think everyone who plays Star Wars The Old Republic, whether you subscribe, whether you're preferred, whether you're free to play, I think everyone should be able to get on to the PTS to help test the thing. I think that'd be great. The more eyes you have on this, the better this will turn out. Just saying, I believe that to my core. My beard said so last night, so that means it is true. But I really think at the end of the day, character modernization should have been the very last thing they tackled, and it should have been something they tackled behind the scenes on their own personal test servers without us knowing about. And if they hadn't done that, which they didn't do that, obviously, what they needed to have was a toggle. This is the biggest request from the community I have seen outside of where the hell is our story, is they want a toggle for this character modernization. World of Warcraft has that. When World of Warcraft came out with this character modernization, now granted, it never went through all of this, right? They pretty much said, hey, we're updating your characters. And they were updated, and everyone went, this looks good. This looks great. And some people were like, nope, I like the way it looked during Classic. And Blizzard was like, cool, here's a toggle. You can do whichever one you want. That is how you're supposed to do it. Again, Star Wars The Old Republic puts things out and doesn't think far enough ahead to go, what would the community want? A toggle. If they had a toggle, I would argue 80% of the hubbub that goes on in the forums about character modernization would have disappeared, would not be a thing. But once again, swtor paints itself in a corner, and now it's fighting its way out. It is what it is. As my friends, this just tells me that we're going to get 7.7 really soon. I'm going to say probably about the second week of June, if not the mid of June. I mean, we're almost done with May. So that's when I think we're going to get 7.7. When will we get story and content like that? God only knows on that one. But that's what we're going to see there. That's when I think it's going to come. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Were you on to PTS? What did you guys think about the character modernization updates that they did? What do you guys think about all the other stuff with the dynamic encounters, especially being on the starter planets and that? I actually don't mind the dynamic encounters. I like it. I think it breeds new life into the starter planets, places we don't really go as veterans too much anymore. And I really like that. I have no issue with dynamic encounters. I think that's really cool. Continue on course, swtor, with those. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. Make sure you hit that like button, the share button, and that bell notification button, my friends. And hey, you want to have early released videos? You want to get a monthly podcast, to which I just released one? Why not become a member to the channel? It literally keeps the lights on. Thank you so much. Either way, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of the family here at Boomy Nation, the freak show YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. And as always, my friends, learn to be kind. It's about community. And don't forget to spay and neuter your Wookiees. We'll see you later, my friends. Good day. Hit that button, ask for more.